Being a #1 seed comes with pretty lofty expectations, but Needham girls hockey has dealt with high expectations all season long. However, the playoffs have not exactly been friendly to the Rockets the past couple seasons, suffering first-round upsets on home ice. But nevertheless, they were determined to change that narrative this year. The Rockets battling Weymouth for the third time this year, and Coach Ferrano giving her team a few last-minute instructions. As far as the action goes, check out Peyton Beattie in net for the Wildcats. Stonewalls Gracie Bruno just 30 seconds into the game. She's going to play a huge part, actually both of them, later on in this game. And then later on, Beattie kicks out the right leg, making the pad save. Weymouth clears their way the rebound. Rockets, though, finally able to slip one by late in the period. Elizabeth Hernberg picks up the pass from Bruno through the neutral zone, splits two defenders and goes left to right, just slipping by the puck past Beattie, and Needham goes into intermission with a 1-0 lead. Weymouth, though, ties the game in the second period. About halfway through on a power play, they take the shot from the right dot, rebound out to Nicole Cowan right in the spot. She pots it. It's a 1-1 game. That's how we would go on to the third period, and that is where Beattie shows up again. She may be 4'10", folks, but this girl plays huge. Hernberg crashes the net, but Beattie brushes that chance aside. And then Hernberg would try again a little while later. She gets it out front, takes the shot, but Beattie once more there, and you can see the frustration on Hernberg. That pretty much displays her emotions and the rest of the team's feelings that period. Late in the third, Weymouth, though, with an opportunity. This time it's Melissa Strauss in net. She stays with it, denies the backhand attempt. Both goalies putting on a clinic in this one. So we go to overtime, and in the extra session, the key moment right here. Needham already on the penalty kill. Wildcats get on a 2-0 break. Hernberg called for a hooking penalty right here. Now, in overtime, I know it's typically played 4-on-4, but playoff rules in overtime do not allow you to have less than 3 skaters on the ice. So the penalty actually is played as a 5-on-3, with each team having to add a player. And about a minute later, the Rockets, after they kill off that penalty, it becomes a 5-on-4, and they gain possession. Watch as they pass it up ahead. They find Elizabeth Phelan right near the blue line. She skates it in the zone, and then watch out of the corner. There is Gracie Bruno, takes the pass, and dekes Beattie, and it is bedlam at Babson, everybody. Rockets win 2-1 in overtime. Not only that, but they would go on to defeat St. Mary's by a score of 6-2 in the quarterfinals on March 7th, so they move on to the semifinals to battle 4th-seeded Reading. That game will be played on Monday, March 13th at O'Brien Rink in Woburn. Well, have you ever had that one recurring image that you just could not get out of your head? Well, you might be able to say that the Needham boys basketball team had the image of their 70-45 season opening loss to BC High engraved in their minds most of this season. Wouldn't you know, of course, after a win over Newton South in the quarterfinals, the Rockets were set to square off against, the Eagles in the sectional semifinals. And despite that setback early in December, they walked into the Wellesley High Gym on March 6th, the furthest thing from intimidated. Rockets, you can see here, they're eager to get this one started and punch their ticket to their first ever sectional final. As far as the first quarter, watch Will Cooper here. Gets his shot blocked, but stays with it. Finishes with the layup around the defender. That's good concentration right there. And then Matt Shaker, watch him display his quickness. He's going to be guarded by Carl Pierre, the lanky Carl Pierre, but he blows right by him and puts it up and in for the easy deuce. On the other side of the court, BC High gets some offense from an unlikely source, Miles Owens. Watch him knock down a straightaway three-pointer right here. Buries that one, and then a little later on, he's calling corner pocket. BC High moving the ball around, get it to Owens in the corner, and the Eagles lead the Rockets 18-17 after 1. On to the second quarter, look at Cooper step up here on defense. Goes right in, strips Owens, blocks him off with his body, and finishes coast to coast, igniting Needham for 6 quick points to start the quarter. And then the teams end the quarter with a mini three-point shootout, per se. Shaker gets it started in front of the BC High bench. Matt Thompson answers on the other end with a corner three, where else but in front of the Needham bench. And then Shaker comes back once more the other way, this time from the wing. Cooper gives it right back to him and drains it in the face of Travis Evie. But Evie comes back the other way and knocks one down right in the grill of Shaker. It's the Rockets, though, who have the 1-point lead at halftime, 33-32. Now we're going to jump ahead to the fourth because that's where this one really gets good. Needham leading 48-45. Owens working on Reedy. He gets him up in the air, banks the shot off the glass, and one. He's pumped. The Eagles He hits the and one, so we got a tie game. A couple possessions later, Evie is well beyond the three-point line, rises up and drains the shot from Natick, putting the Eagles back on top 51-50. BC High now a little bit later up 3, but Tom O'Shaughnessy facilitating like a general out there. He drives, finds Brandon Monheimer open. He sets his feet, sinks the 3-ball, tying this one at 53 apiece. But it's Evie's turn now. He shimmies by Shaughnessy to the hoop, gets the contact while knocking down the floater, and his free throw is true. BC goes back up by 2. Shaughnessy, again though, on the other end, he penetrates. Watch him drop it off to Cooper, who had 15 points and 10 boards for the double-double. He finishes strong, converts the and one, so Needham, okay, back and forth continues. They're on by 1. They missed the clutch moniker though. It was Mr. Shaughnessy. Coming off a timeout, looking off the staggered screens, swishes a 3-pointer, extending the Rockets' lead to 4, and then 2 minutes to play. Shaughnessy dishes to Michael Clem off the pick, and he uses the eyes in the back of his head to find Shaker, who nails another wing tray. Shaughnessy finished with 22.7 assists, and everyone on the Rockets contributed in some form in this one. They are 69-66 winners over BC High. It is the furthest a Needham boys hoops team has ever gone in the tournament. And up next is the sectional final. Again, like I said earlier, their first ever against top-seeded Mansfield on March 10th at Taunton High School. That game set to tip off at 7:45.